guys, I'm Greg. Welcome to Greg's Beer Reviews. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Hello everybody, thanks for stopping by Greg's Beer Reviews today. Today's beer is Holy Mackerel, guys. This is a small batch beer founded in Florida. There's a secret note in that saying right there, because I'll get to that in just a second. This is a Belgian style beer, a triple and a saison fusion. So we got a little bit of a triple, and we got a little bit of a saison funk thing going on here, supposedly. And it's got 2012 right here on the label, so I guess that's all the information they think we need to know. So it's this year's beer, so that's a good thing. At least we know we're drinking this year's beer. Alcohol is 10% by volume. Alright guys, a whole lot of things go on down there in Florida. A lot of companies don't brew their own beers. Somebody else brews them for them. On the side it says, brewed for and under the supervision of Holy Mackerel Brewing, LLC, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, at Thomas Creek Brewery, LLC, Greenville, South Carolina. So Thomas Creek actually brewed this beer for them. It's a Canadian malted barley, golden hops, and a flavorful Belgian yeast, creating a potpourri of flavor. A fine sipping beer meant for special occasions like sundown. Well, sun just went down, so let's see what we got going on with this one, guys. The beer is a Belgian strong pale ale, 10%, year-round serving, food pairings. It says general here on this thing. The glassware is Sniffed Tulip oversized wine glass. I got the Duvel glass, guys. The beer can be cellared for extended periods, being a 10% beer. And I think I told you everything about the Canadian barley and everything that was on the label there. So let's get the cap off this thing and see what we've got. Got a nice blue cap here on top of this thing. And this may pour a monster head, so I'm not going to pour it too aggressive. Not too bad, so let's go on with it. 10%, so it should produce a monster head. And it did not. You got to be careful with the Belgian stuff. Sometimes they'll pour a monster head. Over into the light, we got, it's fairly clear. It might have a slight chill haze on it. It is almost to the red, and it is very amber ale. Good looking beer in a glass. And it looks more like a higher ABV beer. A lot of those have that deeper, rich red tones to it. Looks very good in glass. Did not pour a monster head. Didn't expect it to. Was kind of hoping it would pour a little more than what it did, but it did not. So let's get a nose on it, guys. I am getting the alcohol right on there. Not a very strong hop presence of this beer whatsoever. And that's typical of the golden hops. Unless they use a ton of them, it's a very light, herbally, slightly spicier hop. It doesn't have a strong, piney, grapefruity like the American and especially the West Coast beers do, especially the IPAs. A lot of the, to me, a lot of the Belgian styles will have that grapefruity tropical thing going on. This does not. This smells a little heavy on the alcohol, like I said. I'm getting a candied sugar smell. A sweet barley. I mean, it's definitely tell on the nose it's a higher ABV beer. So let's give it a taste and see what we get. It's actually not too hot. I was expecting it to be really, really boozy for a 10% beer, but it's not. I will have to agree with what it said on the label here. A fine sipping beer. I think that's the key there. A fine sipping beer. This is not something you want to chug down like a 4% or a 5% beer. It doesn't have a strong alcohol presence, but it is very smooth. It is definitely a sipping beer. It says year round here, but just to me, this is more of a fall winter beer to me. I mean, this wouldn't be something I would seek out in the summertime. But on the other hand, it is very easy drinking for a 10% beer. So this might be a good nightcap, final beer of the evening, which is going to be for me, being that big of a beer. Very easy to drink. I mean, you could sip this down fairly fast. I'm not getting a whole lot of warmth or alcohol burned out through here. Very pleasant tasting. To me, it's very well made. It's very well blended. You got a 2012 on the label. That's key for me too. So, guys, without rambling on, I don't want this to be a 20-minute video. We're going to let this warm up just a tad more and see where it ends up. Let the other half take a drink, see what she thinks of it. I'm pleasantly surprised. I really wasn't expecting a whole lot from this. Not been super impressed by what Thomas Creek has been doing. So this is pretty tasty. So guys, stick around. I'll come back and we'll do the final chug on this one. But I'm on the fence on this. I believe it's definitely above average, but I don't know if it's going to be an A beer. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. Got just a little left here. I'm kind of impressed with this. It's a decent beer. I mean, it's probably not up to the par of some other beers that are 10% and some strong Belgian pale ales like a Duvel or anything like that. But this is more on the sweeter sipping side of a beer. But the alcohol is very well hidden. It's not hot at all. If you sip on this beer, it's very pleasant. It's very sweet. Just a tad more alcohol. Now that it's warmed up to its room temperature, I've been sipping on this probably about 40 minutes now. So very nice. It's very pleasant. I'm pleasantly surprised. I was expecting this may be the best Thomas Creek representation of a beer that I've had. They do a lot of beers for other people. This is pretty nice. I enjoyed this one, guys. Final chug. Very lightweight, very easy drinking, not a lot of alcohol. This may be a Belgian strong ale for chicks. It's not to harp on that, but it's a little lighter on the taste and it's a little sweeter on the taste. I bet the IBUs on this is down in the 20s. It's not bitter at all, and the alcohol is hidden very well. So that is the biggest keynote on this, that it is a nice, easy sipping, sweet beer that's 10% and not hot. It's not burning my throat up, and it's very well hidden. So with that being said, it may not be in the typical style of a Belgian strong pale ale, but it is a tasty beer. I mean, it's probably classified in the wrong category. I don't know. I'm going to give this a fairly good rating because it's got the 2012 on the bottle there, guys. So I'm going to give it, it's a B beer, it's a 6 beer, it's above average. It's worth, if you see it, you ought to pick it up, give it a taste, especially if you like the sweeter beers, and this is a sweeter beer. But the alcohol is hidden pretty well. It's not like drinking a super sweet barley wine. I have had some barley wines that are just so much sweeter than this, though. Fairly balanced as far as I'm concerned. So I like this one, guys. Without rounding on anymore, if you've had this, give me some comments back on this one. Rate Beer has 72 overall and 44 in the style, and Beer Advocate comes up with a 77, which is the average in their style and their rating. So I enjoyed this one, guys. So give me some comments back on this. Liked it, loved it, couldn't stand it, best thing you ever had. And as always, we're going to check your fridge tomorrow. Hope you can join us in. See everybody then.